Yo, what's up, Naruto fans? This is Rafa from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of Chapter 622 to the other side. And yeah, I'm definitely enjoying these chapters as they carry on. The flashbacks are really interesting, and I'm liking that we're seeing what Madara and Hashirama's relationship was like before they became rivals. And it's interesting to see what the war was like back then as well, and it seems like it was a lot worse than it is now. So yeah, it carries on with the same thing. They were just bickering, squabbling about stone throwing crap like that. And as they're doing that, Shinobi floats down the river, and Hashirama goes to check it, and he realizes that it's a Haguroma clan crest, and he's saying that war's gonna reach here soon. So he has to leave and make sure Madara does as well. But as he's leaving, he realizes that they have even though they had different personalities. At that time he felt they were really close, and he said he also feels he understood why Madara also came to the river. So as he's returned now, he finds out that someone's being buried, a new person's being buried, and he realizes that it's Kararama, who is only like a 7-year-old shinobi, and his dad, berates him and the two people standing next to him, which we find out are his brothers, that you shouldn't cry or whine, they're born to die fighting, and you should be thankful that at least part of his corpse was retrieved. And this time the enemy wasn't just the Hagurama clan, but the Uchiha clan too. Hashirama is really annoyed by this, and he's like, Kararama was only a 7-year-old, as I said, how long is this war gonna go on for? And he's like, until our enemies are no more. And he's like, a journey to a world without war isn't easy. And Hashirama, kind of says, oh, so what, you'll sacrifice your own children as well? And he gets hit down for that, with his dad saying that, I'm not going to let you insult Kararama. He wasn't just a child, he was a honorable shinobi, and he died worthy of that title. And yeah, his brothers go over to him now and console him, and he's like, you know what happens if you oppose father, he's just going to beat you down. So, and then it's like he thinks, Itama Tobirama, I don't want you to die in vain too. So he shouts to his dad, how can you say the Shenju clan is full of love? He's like, what's worthy of shinobi? It just seems like that it's just a gang of adults leading children to their death, and we're doing the same thing to the Uchiha clan. And he says that's respect, for your enemies. He's like, even if it's an infant, and as long as they have a weapon, they're your enemy. And turning your own children into worthy shinobi, that means you love them as well. So Hashirama's just like, so what, you have to die, to become a worthy shinobi? It's like, all you do is just like, you just get killed without even knowing where it started from, and it's like, you can't even say your own surname because it's dangerous. He's like, whoa, a world like this is crap, this kind of world of shinobi is definitely wrong. And what does that remind you of? He even looks like Naruto in this panel, so we can see there's some sort of similarities, in their personalities. And his dad goes to beat him down, said it's people like you that should be called kids. But his brother intervenes and saying, just forgive him, he's depressed today. And they leave it at that. So later on, Hashirama's speaking with his two brothers how they hate how the ninja world is. Like, one of them even saying that the shinobi should repress their feelings and create rules and abide by them instead of, all this useless fighting and war. But Hashirama's like thinking, is it really possible? Like, he states, like, to make that and make an agreement and have a real alliance with, the enemy. And we also find how, that during that war period, that the average lifespan of a shinobi and citizen was only 30 years, and the reason it was lowered was because there was so much death of children in this war. And during that scene, we see Itama was surrounded by 5 Uchiha clan, and yeah, by the time Hashirama gets there, he's already dead, and really upset about that. So he goes back to the river where he met Madara, and we find out it's been quite a long time because Madara arrives, and he said, it's been a while. And he's like, well, he sees that he's depressed, and he asks him, like, is there something wrong? And he's like, he keeps poking him to reveal himself, and he doesn't reveal it. And then he finally gets really annoyed and says, like, shouts, like, just talk. and Hashirama just explains that his younger brother was killed, and the reason why he came here is because he feels like being near, looking at the river, feels like it will wash away, the feelings of sadness he has, obviously of his death of his brother. Sorry, and he asks Madara the same things, like, "Is this the reason why you came as well? Do you have any siblings?" And he says, "Yeah, I have 4 brothers. Well, I did." And he's like, "We're shinobi. We might die at any time." It's like the only way to not die is to show what you really think to your enemy without hiding anything, become allies with them. But that's impossible because you can't see what's really inside a person and understand what they think and feel deep inside. Hashirama's like, is something like that really possible, to show our real thoughts to other people? And Madara's like, don't really know, but I always come here in hope, like, that something like this could exist, that a way can be found. And as he's done that, he's thrown it to the other side, and it's like, something symbolic to say, like, oh yeah, it's reached the other side. At last, you're not the only one. So what we see there is that, even though they're enemies, they're supposed to be enemies anyway, because they're both from rival clans or enemy clans. They have an agreement. They both see the war is wrong. They both feel that shinobi can become allied with each other, and there could be an agreement. And it's interesting to see, because this seems like it's very similar to how Naruto and Sasuke felt. And obviously, later on we're probably going to see in a flashback that Madara, most likely something pushes him over the edge, like his mum is killed or something. Someone precious is really killed, and then that will most likely turn him from being mutual and having an agreement with the alliance to the crazy guy he is now. So, and Hashirama is obviously the complete opposite and wants to stop that, because he did say in the previous one, it's like, all the work we did, are you just going to toss that aside? It's an insult to our the shinobi that died for the cause we made. So I'm guessing whatever did that, whatever something serious happened, is going to reveal why Madara turned out the way he is, and it's most likely something similar to the way Sasuke is now. So yeah, it's very interesting how everything parallels with the war and Naruto and Sasuke in the present. So I'm guessing this answer is going to be revealed soon when we find out what happened to Madara and how Hashirama and Madara united the world and made it even. So yeah, I've got nothing else to say. Enjoyed this chapter, it was really good, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So yeah, what do you guys think of the chapter? Do you think it's was good? Do you think we'll most likely find out what happened to Madara, that he turned out with way, and just general reviews to see how he is the way he is? And as I said, what will the answer be? What do you think Hashirama is gonna tell Sasuke after all of this? And if you enjoyed the chapter and the video, leave us a like because it helps us out, and subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you in the next chapter.